Hi there, welcome to Tafakari initiative. We hope that you've been having a good time with us as we continue to explore various resources that can be able to assist learners to continue with their education, even as schools are closed. And so we've been looking a lot at online resources, but we've also received a couple of requests to look at offline resources to assist people who may not be in a position to access online resources easily. So we'll be looking at a couple of those today. So we'll be looking at Bridge Academies and African Storybook. And so I'm at the Bridge Academies page right now. From a search engine, I've searched for Bridge Academies and I'm now on their page. So the landing page has a link to Bridge at Home materials where you can access offline resources, which is a pretty good deal. They're very responsive, understanding that most parents right now are looking for ways of keeping their learners' minds sharp. Yeah, so I'm clicked on the link to see whatever resources are available. So you've come to a page from Bridge at Home. Now you scroll downwards. And it talks about learning activities and gives an idea of how to work with the resources they have availed. So the Bridge Academies is a Kenyan institute. It's actually a learning institution present in the global south. Began in Kenya in 2008, but is present in Kenya, Uganda, Liberia, Andhra Pradesh, a state in India, as well as Lagos in Nigeria. So the curricula are structured for each of the locations where they are. So I'm going to be looking at the Kenyan curriculum. So that's I am right now on the Kenyan page. Yes, so I've clicked on the link for learning material. There's a presser on the page. There's some information for parents and for users of the resources as well as some links to resources such as interactive quizzes. So the content is divided into categories based on the class or the grade. Of course, it's grade 1 to 5 because of the new CBC, and then class onwards for upper primary. So we've clicked on class 8 and the instructions are given there on how to use the resources that Bridge Academies has. So you can go through the resources when you go on the site. So as we walk our way downwards, you can see a couple of hats, Monday to Friday and previous weeks. So these are the links to the material. The material is actually on Google Drive. You click on a link, it will take you to Google Drive. So I'm going to Friday, and as you can see, there are two resources available there. There's one for Kiswahili. The first one. The second one is a PDF, larger PDF, about 276 KB. So the first PDF is actually the lesson for the day. It's normally one subject, and the lower PDF is the same in all the days. It's basically a list of activities that the students should do. So there's each of the subjects is covered each day, and there's a list of questions just to keep the students' minds sharp, keep them learning, and basically ensure that they're not just covering one subject, but they also have the subjects in mind that are conversant with the content. Content is designed such that the student does not just address one area, but is also addressing all 5 subjects, topics in all 5 subjects. So there's links, there's quizzes there on that second document, as well as answers. So I'm going to click download to download that quiz, and the material is available as a PDF, so you can download it and then print that. So if you're in a place, perhaps in an office or in a cyber, you can actually just download and then print that. So we've gone to previous weeks. Sometimes you may find that maybe a child missed something, or you don't look at material, previous material, just to be able to build up on a topic or some sort of consistency or flow. So we're going to explore materials from one of the previous weeks. Yes, so I've clicked on a link for Monday 25th May to Friday 29th May. The content is organized in 5-day weeks, not 7, like a normal school week. So on Monday we have English, and on Tuesday we have mathematics, and then on Wednesday we have science, as you can see. Yes, that's the science paper there. And then on Thursdays we have social studies, and on Friday we have Swahili, like we'd seen already. So what that allows you basically is to cover a subject each day. There's a topic taught every day, or at least some area covered every day, and then we've got the activity sheet for the entire week, where students will answer questions in all 5 subjects each day. So at least that helps to be able to keep your student current and conversant with whatever they're learning. And so now we're also going to take a look at something else that Bridge Academies is doing. Apart from academic knowledge, they also place a premium on literacy. So they've provided storybooks for their learners. So this material is divided from early childhood all the way to junior secondary. So I'm looking at the material they have for upper primary. So this is also created in terms of weeks, current week and previous weeks. So looking at whatever they have for this current week, and yeah, they've included a link and storyboard as well. And so that's brought me to a list of PDF files of books that the learner should be going through over that week. So we've got Siblings Who Fight. So I'm looking at part 2 of the book, and I'm clicking on the download link for that. So it looks like an interesting book. It looks like something that a learner would enjoy. It looks like it's pretty well written. One of the things that Bridge has done well is that they've allowed parents to be able to access not just academic material, but also material that allows the learners to also expand the language skills. And you'll find that whenever a child has got good language skills, they're also able to interact even better with the academic material. So it would be a good idea to look at not just the academic material, but also the storybooks, also to just keep a child engaged and pass the time as well. So we're also going to look at another project known as the African Storybook. So African Storybook is a project that is headquartered in South Africa, but curates oral tradition in stories for children. It's a very well-run project. They actually have an Android app and an iOS app for iPhone, so a child can be able to read their stories using their devices when there's online access. But for offline access, we'll be looking at their website, which is a very well-done site. So Africa Storybooks' vision is open access to picture storybooks in the languages of Africa for children's literacy, enjoyment, and imagination. So they have content in 205 languages. They have about 1,400 books in 205 languages, all picture books for children to enjoy. And on their page you can see a couple of new books. There are 4 books in different African languages, and they also have a guide on how to use the books that they have, how you can use Africa Storybook in different ways for the enjoyment of your learners. And so we've got a couple of links on the homepage, so I'm clicking on the one that says read, and that brings us to a page with a drop down menu. There's a list of books there, and the drop down menus are flipped on it, and you can see these different African languages. Chichewa, you can see Chichewa, you can see there's also Kegusi, which is a Kenyan language. I've chosen English to work with material that all of us understand. You can see there's a list of books in English. So there's one called The Dancer's Tale, so I've clicked on that. And so the book is actually available to read online, because I'm actually doing this online, but you can do it offline. So I'm just scrolling through the book to see what the book looks like. It's a very nicely illustrated book with words that children can understand. So to access the material offline, go to menu, the list of options there. So download to read. So there's the download to read and download to print, and also option for downloading EPUBs, which is an electronic file format. So I've downloaded the print version. So I'm just going to look at the downloaded copy. The material is available offline. So if you find titles that your child might be interested in, or your learners may be interested in, you can go title by title and download the books that you want, print them out, have your children go through them. And yeah, so that's basically it. So that's about it for today. We hope that these resources that you've taken a look at will be of use to you. We hope that this will help your learners to be able to stay current even as you continue to steer our way through these new experiences of learners out of school. So we wish you all the best, and as always, happy learning.